What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the best horror show on the internet. It's the Man in the Mask with another episode of the games, the life, and the horror. Last episode killed it, just like every other episode has killed it. Last episode we covered Laughing Jack. Today we're covering the beast himself, the Rake. Let's get this done. 3 likes for next episode. And now everybody, it's time for the Rake. Now, there are many stories and sightings of the Rake, including a photo on the news and some sewer videos that were taken a while ago. These videos will play in the background as I tell you the history of the Rake. The Rake is a creature that is supposedly over thousands of years old. It's said to be a tall, naked dog-like figure. If it attacks you, there is a high chance you will not live through even 1 minute of an attack from the Rake. He is also told to have very sharp teeth, and he has very sharp claws in the shape of a rake, which is where he got his name. There are many stories of the Rake, but I'll just tell you the most popular. It all started when a couple went to bed. The husband looked up to see a humanoid creature laying at the end of their bed. He didn't know what it was, so he moved his feet back, almost knocking the woman out of the bed. When the creature looked at them, he quickly jumped out of their bed and ran towards the little daughter's room. Once they rushed down into her room, it was already too late. The little girl was already badly injured. She quietly said with her last words, I said last words, didn't I? She said with her last words, "He is the Rake." They got into his car and drove to the hospital as fast as they could. They were going so fast that they fell into a lake. The child and the husband both died in that crash. The woman set up recorders and cameras in her room to see if the creature would ever come again. On the 3rd week, she heard the voice from the Rake once, but ever since then, she had not seen the creature ever again. There are other short logs of the Rake. One's a suicide note from 1964 reading, "As I prepare to take my life, I feel it necessary to assuage any guilt or pain I have introduced through this act. It is not the fault of anyone other than him. For once I awoke and felt his presence, and once I awoke and saw his form. Once again I awoke and heard his voice, and looked into his eyes. I cannot sleep without the fear of what I might next awake to experience. I cannot ever wake. Goodbye." With that note, there was another that read, "Dearest Linny, I pray for you." He had spoke your name. Another experience went from all the way to 1691 and read, "He came to me in my sleep. From the foot of my bed I felt a sensation. He took everything. We must return to England. We shall not return here again at the request of the Rake." Alright, so that was the Rake, and now it's time for the question, is the Rake real? Now, I'm gonna be honest, this creature could exist, but the stories in the old ancient logs, they're all fake. Alright? All of them are fake. I'm not saying a creature similar to the Rake isn't real or couldn't exist, as it seems very possible. and it doesn't seem to have any sort of supernatural powers and stuff like that. Like, it can't move through walls and stuff. It's just fast, strong, and has very sharp claws. It's a pretty realistic thought to make up. So the creature could exist, but I'm not saying it does, but I'm also not saying it doesn't exist. It could be whatever. I've never seen it, okay? With that done, it's time to get into the ratings, which, by the way, I know this is short, so I'll probably add another story or creature to this video. So we'll just go with all the stories that we did from the Rake, because we did a lot of stories from the Rake, or different notes from the Rake, and we're going to use all of them combined to do the ratings. So for the believability, I already told you that this creature could exist. It's not supernatural, and it's not like there aren't creatures like the Rake. If this was my first time reading the stories, I would believe it. So the Rake gets an 8 out of 10 for believability. For originality, a lot of people say he is a Slenderman copy, but the Rake was actually created before the Slenderman. I believe Slenderman got popular or created somewhere in like 2009, while the Rake was created in around 2006. I'm pretty sure that's when he was created. So this is pretty original to me, not the most original, but I'm going to give the Rake an 8 out of 10 for originality, as I feel it's a very original story. And now for creepiness, this is terrifying, right? I don't care what you say. It's not about some haunted game where a toy animal kills you. It's not about a cheap Pennywise killing your son and stuffing him with candy. It's about a realistic creature sneaking into your house at night, where it either kills you or kills everyone around you to ruin your entire life. It will even stalk you sometimes, and sometimes even speak to you, and get up very close to you. Imagine seeing this creature right next to you for an entire night where you couldn't sleep, and he was just standing there whispering in your ear, saying something like, "I am the Rake" or something. So I'm going to give creepiness a 9 out of 10. So if we do the math, I just said duda. If we do the math, I'm pretty sure the Rake gets about a 25 out of 10. Not a 25 out of 10, a 25 out of 30. Man, my words are so messed up today. But he gets a 25 out of 30, which surprisingly passes Ben Drowned for, the highest rated by 1. So the Rake is surprisingly in first place now, which means he's currently winning the contest that I'm having. So, if you liked this video, if you liked that I gave Rake the first place spot, if you didn't agree, give me what you would rate him, and tell me in the comments who should be above him, who should be below him. Also tell me what creature you'd like to, or story you'd like me to cover next. As I said, 3 likes for episode, 7? This is episode 6, I think, so 3 likes for episode 7, I'm pretty sure. Hope you all enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll see y'all later. Sweet dreams.